So yesterday we have seen this switch case. So in the switch case, you can use here expression or variable. That is, the output should be in the format of integer value or character. So whatever integer value or character, that should be matched with the label. So there is the case and label. You can take n number of case and labels, and you have to use break here. Otherwise, next label automatically will run. And default is also not mandatory. If your case will fail, then it will go to the default. So this is called menu driven program. Next, we have seen the break control statement. Break, that means we have to break switch case, we have to break loop. So break is used inside the loop and inside the switch case. Next is the continue control statement. So continue we can use only within a loop, otherwise compiler will generate error. So break we can use inside loop and inside switch case, but continue we can use only within a loop. Okay, so we can see continue operation, behavior of the continue in for loop. So in for loop, if we use continue, the program execution goes to control variable operation. What that means, suppose I will take one example. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Here I will do printf. Hey, here I will do continue, and here I will do printf by. So continue, that means itself continue.
Uh-huh.
So it's not anything related to printf or anything else. Like break that means break the loop. Continue, that means continue. That means I is equal to 0, 0 less than 5 condition true. My printf a will print. Here continue, then it command goes to directly I plus plus. By will not print.
Oh, okay.
Then I plus plus 1 less than 5, printf a continue, it will go to the I plus plus. Like this way continue will happen.
Hmm.
Okay, continue, that means continue the loop. After continue, whatever the statement written inside the loop, it will not execute.
Okay. Got it.
So write down this program and try by yourself in VS Code.
Okay.
And one more try, you have to remove the A also.
Hmm.
Directly continue put. So no meaning of that continue. That means by will print never time, and this is like your dummy loop. If you will remove this line, direct continue, then no meaning of this loop. This is like a dummy loop.
Hmm.
So no such meaning, you can say meaning or the use also.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
what happens if we just try to put continue after the last print statement? So it
Yeah,
means
yeah,
that.
that
Mhm.
that is also not no meaning.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got
So
it.
no such meaning or use of continue or
Hmm.
use of continue at end or start of loop.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So if you put continue here at the last, so it by
Hmm.
default it will go command goes to here. So there is
Hmm.
no meaning of that continue.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So basically, if we just try to remove continue over here, two printf statements will be printed. So that's it, right?
Sorry. Yes, if we remove the continue, then two printf statements will
Oh,
be
okay.
printed.
Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Okay.
So I will move to this use case. So one more example I will tell you. Suppose my situation is for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus.
Hmm.
Here, if my I less than 3, at that time I will do direct continue. Else printf I. Now what will be the output?
So for every I less than 3, right? If I is less than 3, So that will so the loop will remain in the if statement thing, and after that, so whenever I is greater than 3, so that will print out the so block, I mean, so that will print out the printf statement in the else block.
Yes. So how many times printf will be print in this program?
So it will be printed for 2 times.
0. 0 less than 3, condition will become true. Continue.
Hmm.
I plus plus 1 less than 3, continue. 2 less than 3, continue. 3 less than 3, condition will become false. Here A will print.
Hmm.
4 less than 3, condition will false. A will print 2 times. And 5 less than 5, condition will become false. It out. So here A will print 2 times.
Hmm. Got it.
So what is the real time use case of this continue? For example, there is a client and server communication.
Hmm.
So this is client and this is server. Okay. So whatever data client will send, that will be server will check that is the data is format of normal or encrypted format. So decrypted. So here encrypted, that means here decrypted. Okay. So client will send data to server. Server every time check if the data is normal or decrypted. So for that, what we will do? We will use one for loop that is the collecting data from the client. Inside for loop, we will use one if condition that will check my data is normal or decrypted. So this for loop, if condition is for data is collecting normal. So if my data normal will collected, I will do continue. So this is for normal. Else if my data is decrypted, then continue. Okay. So like this way
Hmm.
situation, my if completed, then after whatever the statement written, so here suppose you think here thousands of line for loop statements, many things written, but my task is completed. After that I have to not check any of things. I have to directly execute next thing command. At that time directly I will use continue. So for example, I have given this one situation. There is many situation happen in real life that you want your task is completed, you want to do directly continue loop, no need to do any other task after that to return. So at that time you have to use continue. Okay.
Yep.
Next we will use while. So in while we are writing like this way, while in bracket condition, and then after body of the loop, then after continue, and then after some statement. So whenever while condition will become true, it will come to here and body of the loop. When continue will occur, it will directly go to the condition checking part. After continue, whatever the statement is written, it will not execute.
Hmm. Got it.
So write down in this in while loop, if we use continue, so execution goes to condition checking portion.
Yeah. So basically, the main importance of writing continue is to check the condition one again after like so kind of executing couple of statements inside the while loop.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, then do while loop. So do and while condition here some statements, then continue, then statements, it will directly go to the condition checking portion. So here also in do, suppose I will do some task at that time, it will do some statements. Once continue will come, it will directly go to the condition checking portion.
Got it.
So similar like while loop, do while loop also once continue will come, execution directly goes to the condition checking portion. So this is the use case of continue. In for loop, while loop, and do while loop, we can use continue only within a loop in our program. We cannot use outside the loop. Break we can use inside the switch case and loop both, but continue only within a loop. I will write one example. So write down this program with me. I will write here hello while I less than 5 printf a. Here we will put continue. Here we will write printf by. Okay. So how many times this loop will rotate and how many times my a will print?
Loop. Okay, so hello will be printed only once, and after that, by will be printed for 5 times. Or wait, just a sec. As we have the printf statement after the continue, so that will not execute for sure. Um, but okay, hello will be printed for 1 time and by will be printed for 1 time.
A will not print.
No,
And how many times my loop will rotate?
our loop will rotate for 5 times, but mm, as so because of the reason that the printf statement is after continue, right? So that will not be printed for sure. And yes, your loop
Hmm.
will will rotate for 5 times.
Yes. So how this program will execute? Hello, then I less than 5, then continue. So directly it will go to here, condition checking part. And here printf by. So by will not print anytime, first thing. Why? And this loop will not rotate 5 times. This loop will rotate infinite times.
Yeah, I mean, got it. Yeah, I mean, I okay, got it. So I so kind of misunderstood that we are incrementing the value of I, but we are not. Okay, got it.
Yes. So we are not doing here I plus plus before continue or anything. If we
Hmm.
will do I plus plus before continue, then my loop will rotate 5 times.
Yeah, got it.
This is my infinite loop now.
So I think in that case, the printf statements will not be printed, and on the
Yeah,
output window, I think we can see that it's just a blank thing, so which
yes,
keeps on like so blinking.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I will run this code.
Yep.
So this type of question will ask in the written test of interview. So if you will go to any organization and whenever you will see any program, you have to do line by line execution.
Hmm. Yeah.
So see my hello is print. Now my code is stuck. Control C and coming out from that. So here what you can do, you can use here comma and I plus plus. Okay, and then run this code. So nothing meaning of this loop. This is the dummy loop of while loop.
Yeah.
Okay. So write down this I less than 5 comma I plus plus. We will move to the next is return. So return you will understood better way after the functions, but then also I will give you brief about the return. So then something will go into your mind what is the exactly return. So return is useful for returning from the function. So return is useful for returning from the function. So return is two types. One is the control return and another one is the value return. So what is exactly the return? So return is useful for returning from the function. Once we will use return in our code, so it will directly go to the that out of the function of that. So suppose example, I will move to the VS code. So as include stdio.h. So what is main? We are every time writing main. What is exactly main? Main is a function.
Yeah. Main is a function which lets us know the return type of what is in the function.
Main is a function and return type is the integer. So that's
Yeah.
why we are writing the integer here written 0. That is the meaning.
Hmm.
So you will understood this better way once we will start the function. I will complete it in this control statement part. Written is there because of that reason. Okay. So how many times? So how my execution will happen here? First hello will print, then return. Return that means is the coming out from the
Loop
function. Function.
function.
Re-
Yeah.
the break is for coming out from the loop, and return is coming out from the function.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever you will use return in your function, after that whatever it will not execute directly, it is returned to that function. So whoever call the main function directly command goes to that. Okay, so after whatever return we have, it will not execute after return. Return that means coming out from the function. We will coming out from that particular function.
Okay.
Yeah, hello only print. Okay, so this is called return control statement. So control directly goes to the main out of the main function. Next, suppose I will do this is for example. This is my main function in my code, and this is my ABC function. So this is my user defined function. So in main function, what I will do call ABC function. So whenever we call ABC function, at that time control goes to that function, and whatever the uh, inside function, that statement will execute. After completing this part, this function will do return. Then after it will come to here, and after whatever the statements it will run. Once it go to return, so whatever the function called return function, it will control goes to there. So like this way our code is working. So we will see once we will make our own function, how to call function, how to execute function, how to do return. Here, suppose my ABC function is giving me some value in return. So it is giving me, suppose my function is for the number is all or not. So it will give me true or false. Suppose my function is like sum of two numbers. So I will pass two numbers and it will give me addition of two numbers. So in return, it will give me some value. So that value in the format of integer, that value in the format of character, that value in the format of float, anything else. So at that time we are using here integer main. So my integer before main, whatever the things we have written, that is the return type. So here we are writing return 0. 0 is the integer value. So that data will go to the particular function, whoever call. Here suppose I will write integer ABC. So my ABC function will return some data in the format of integer. So here it return, and here it will send suppose 10. So 10 will go to here, and suppose I will write here I is equal to ABC function. So my data will store into the I. That all things we will see once function will start. So return is useful for coming out from the loop. It will do the control, it will coming out the control, or it will return something value also coming out the control and return value. So write down this example in your book. Once you will start function, at that time you will remind yourself, yes, this is the use case of return, this is the use case of functions, like this way.
Hmm.
So because of that reason, in the day one you got confused integer main and this return. So now you little bit understood what is the exactly meaning of that.
Yeah. I remember that day.
So next is comma operator. In the operator, one thing we have missed. Rest of all we will see in the dot operator in the structure, arrow operator in the structure, bracket operator in the array, star operator in the pointer, like this way. So comma operator is also binary operator. That means it need two operand to perform task. So that means in comma, before and after, I need two operand to perform task. Comma is useful for operator and separator. So how separator? So example, I have written integer I is equal to 10, j is equal to 20, k is equal to 30. So here my comma is separator. So it will separate I value, j value and k value, and I, j and k all are the type of integer data type. So printf percentage %d, percentage d, I, j, k. So my value will be 10, 20, 30. So this is called separator. And operator, suppose I is equal to 10, 20. So what will be my output? So I will write down in VS Code this I is equal to 10, 20. So integer I printf. Suppose I will write here I is equal to 0. I is equal to percentage d slash n comma I. Then I will write I is equal to 10, 20 and then printf value of I. So now what will be my output? So I is equal to 10, 20. I will become 10, right? So my I value will be 10 here.
Okay.
So write down this program. So here I will be 0 and here I will be 10. Then we will do some complex things.
So then what about 20?
It's no meaning, nothing.
Oh, okay.
So I is equal to 0 and I is equal to 10. So write down this first and then inform me. Then I will modify this code. Then suppose I will do this is in grouping. Then what will be my output?
0 will be printed for sure. After that, 10 and 20.
So in grouping, rightmost have a highest priority.
Oh, okay.
So I will be store 20.
Hmm.
So write down in your book. First I is equal to 10 and 20. At that time there is no grouping. So directly 10 will store into the I.
Hmm.
Suppose I 10 and 20. So here no grouping and anything. So my I will become 10. Suppose I will do grouping. So in comma operator, if it is grouping, then rightmost have mm, so grouping data will store rightmost. So my I will become 20. Suppose I is equal to expression 1, expression 2, expression 3 of expression n number. In the grouping, expression n number will be my store into the I. And without grouping, expression 1 will be store. Two number we cannot able to store in the one variable.
Yeah, got it.
So I will run this code. My output is 20. And here I will put one more variable j. Here I will do modify this. Now what is my output of I and what is my output of j here? Here it's 0 0. We know. Here what is my output of I and what is my output of j?
I equals to, not sure,
J
Yogin.
J equal to 10, I equal to 20.
Both are 10.
So this is the right answer. I is equal to 20 and j is equal to 10. So here you see grouping A have the highest priority. So this for I, this is the grouping, and this is the highest priority goes to this 20 will store into the I, and here j will be modified, j is equal to 10. This is also right answer one when I will remove this bracket. Okay, so I is equal to 20. How? Because this is the outer group. Outer group has the highest priority compared to inner group. So whenever you solve the grouping concept, at that time outer group has the highest priority. Then after it will come to the inner groups.
Okay, got it.
So I is 20 and J is 10. Suppose I will remove the outer group. Then this is like I is equal to 10 comma 20. But
Both
instead
are
of this,
10.
yes, exactly, both are the 10. J is equal to 10 and it will store into the I, because here no any outer group. So for I there is no any grouping. So write down this both in your group notebook. Both are 10. This is similar like suppose I will do remove this bracket, then also it's same. I and J both are 10. So this is also write down. So tomorrow we will start the pointer concept.